Hi, I'm Kristen St. Clair, crafter at Martha Stewart Living. If Elf on a Shelf is one of your holiday traditions and you're running out of ideas, I have 3 Martha-inspired scenarios to share with you. You will need pipe cleaners, scissors, jingle bells, red thread, a needle, battery-operated mini lights, an apron template, felt, pins, rickrack, and a hot glue gun. The first one is a crafting elf. I'm using chenille pipe cleaners. All you're doing is twisting 2 pipe cleaners together to make a candy cane. I'm using a red and a white and simply twisting along all the way down the pipe cleaner. Looks like a candy cane already. Now I'm going to make mini ones, so by folding it in half and cutting it in half, and then taking one of those halves and doing the same thing, I am going to have 4 mini candy canes. To make the candy cane, just use your forefinger to wrap it around to create the little hook. Elves are not tidy crafters, so have fun and your elf could get a little messy when he's crafting. This elf will be in the middle of decorating, but he needs a little decoration himself first. With a needle and thread and a little jingle bell, you can embellish your elf's hat. Simply feed your needle through the top of the hat. Of course, have a knot on the end of your thread. I'm using red thread so it blends in with the color of his hat. Once you have your needle through the tip of the hat, slip it through the top of a jingle bell, and then with a whip stitch, feed your needle through the tip of the hat once and again, making sure the bell has a sturdy piece of thread going through it, and then tie a little knot and trim your thread off with a scissor. Now he has a little embellishment himself. Not only are elves not tidy, but they're also not coordinated. This elf is getting tangled up in Christmas lights. I'm using a little battery-operated set of lights and twisting them around this little elf. You can place this in your Christmas tree. He could be next to his own little tree. Be creative with your elf on a shelf. When he's all tangled up in his lights, switch the switch, and there you go. Your little elf on a shelf had a decorating disaster. Martha always bakes around the holidays, and your elf should too. And to do that, he needs a cute little apron. First, print a template from marthastewart.com. Then, on a piece of white felt, simply pin the template into the felt. With a pair of scissors, cut around the template. Continue to cut around. Last cut. Here is my little template, all cut out. And now for the pocket on the apron, again, just pin your cutout paper template on there and cut out your little pocket. Rickrack makes a great apron string. I'm using an 11-inch piece of rickrack for my top straps. Add a little bit of glue and attach. Press down, make sure it's firm on there, and then fold the rickrack up on one side and up on the other side. Flip your apron over, cross your 2 pieces of rickrack, and attach on the corners, and then again on the opposite side. Add 2 more pieces of rickrack to tie around the elf's waist. I'm using a 6-inch piece on one side and a 6-inch piece on the other side. And make sure to clean up all your hot glue strings so that your apron is nice and clean. For a little further embellishment, add a piece of rickrack along the bottom edge of my apron and snipping. And I think the pocket needs a little embellishment too. A little line of hot glue, attach a little piece of rickrack and snip it at the edge of the pocket. This apron is ready to go on my elf. Slide your elf's head right through the top of the apron, pull his arms through the armholes, and then tie a nice bow at his waistline You can set him up next to cookies, next to a pie. Maybe he made a mess with flour. What do you think a Martha elf would do? Share your ideas with us on Facebook and Instagram at Martha Stewart.